Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to change out your intake manifold gaskets on an E90 N54 powered BMW. So for any of my usual subscribers, you'll know that I've been waiting to take this car to the track, see what the quarter mile would be after my turbo upgrade. And I did a bunch of videos chasing down a misfire, and I really had it down pat to the point where I thought I was in good shape. But I still get it occasionally under really hard load, top of third, going uphill. Once you get past 25 PSI and really push the limit, I get a misfire. And it's unfortunate because I haven't been able to enjoy this car with this new turbos. And I've been spending all my time in my new M340i, but really, this thing has all the potential and I should be enjoying this too. I've had that intake manifold off a couple times now, 2 or 3 times, and I never changed the gaskets because they always just looked fine to me, but really that was foolish of me. So anyway, let's change out these intake manifold gaskets. If you guys have ever neglected this, you have high mileage, or you've had that off a couple times and you never changed them, this video is going to show you how to just proactively replace these gaskets. While you're in there, you may want to look at the condition of your valves. Mine aren't too bad because I cleaned them recently. But I'm going to put this on, show you how to do it properly, and then we'll see if it made a difference in terms of misfires. Pulling my dual cone intakes out. Taking off the engine cover, 2 5mm Allens, and then one back there. Charge pipe has to come out. I'm loosening up the clamps to my charge pipe to give me the flex I'll need. Going after the 4 throttle body bolts, they're 10mm. So I just squeezed on right here and unplugged that connector. I'm putting a pick tool to remove the T-map sensor on top of the manifold. I don't know if I really need to, but just in case. Using an 11mm on an extension, I'm going to remove the bolts. These are actually nuts. First one up at the front here is a bolt, but you can still get to it easy. So there's 6 nuts and 1 bolt. If you're going to remove it completely from the car, you gotta take off your vacuum line and be prepared for it to be a little brittle potentially. Right here, there's a little piece of rubber that snaps into this. So while you're in there, take a look at your valves, make sure they're looking nice and clean. I have a video on my channel showing you how to clean that at home using direct injection cleaner, so you can always take a look at that. I have a bracket removed at the base of my intake manifold here that holds this electrical harness in place. It clips into place. Because I have an HPFB upgrade, it no longer fits. Therefore, this was a little easier, but before you can remove the manifold, sometimes you gotta pop this out. You gotta slide that down. Keep that in mind. So here's the intake manifold. I'm thinking maybe these have flattened out too much and they're not sealing. Right here, it's almost dead flat in the corners. There's barely any sealing ability here, for instance. So it's kind of silly that I haven't taken care of this, but I'm doing it now. It's not hard to get this manifold off for me. So I'm just removing one of these. I'm gonna leave this last one in so we can compare new to old. So of course I'll put a link in the description for where you can buy these seals. So here's an example. It's quite pliable here. It's about 2 or 3 millimeters higher in the corner. And down in this corner it's about dead level with the manifold. Not a lot of sealing going to be happening over here. Still pliable, but not ideal. All right, so I wiped down the mating surfaces, ready to bring the manifold back into position. We're going to torque down the intake manifold now, starting from the inside, working your way out. You want to torque to 11 foot-pounds. This torque wrench may seem primitive, but I find them to be the most accurate at low torque levels. Alright guys, we're all put back together. It wouldn't be a bad idea if you're going to tackle this to replace your throttle body O-ring as well. Mine seems to be perfect though, and I didn't think to get it in advance, but I haven't really heard of people complaining about that. So anyway, hopefully it's one of those intake manifold gaskets that were contributing toward my misfire and imbalance. So I'm going to drive on this tomorrow, push it really hard, and I'll let you know if I'm able to do a bunch of back-to-back runs without any misfires. If so, then this definitely helped. A quick shot on my M340i. It needs a bath, I know, but my E90 is on the driveway and it's raining. I need some advice. What I do in this video doesn't help fix my issue, but it is still good general maintenance, and it may help some of you guys that are chasing down rough idles and whatnot if you have an intake manifold leak. But I'm trying to get rid of this misfire on my N54. It's constantly misfiring at the top of third when I punch it. If I go past around 6,200 RPM, maybe more toward like 6,400 RPM. My question for you guys is, should I disable misfire detection above 6,000 RPM? How many of you guys have done that, and has it worked out fine for you? I've seen plenty of threads where people say do it, and it's just kind of one of those things where you have to do it in your tune, otherwise you may not be able to run big power and get down the track. So what I need to know from you guys is, should I do it? Disable misfire detection above 6,000 RPM? Anybody have any feedback regarding that? Right now, I can punch it in third gear and rev it all the way out and just shift it like 6,000 RPM and it will still pull like crazy and feel butter smooth. So it doesn't seem like real knock. It doesn't seem like an actual true issue, but I want your advice if you could. Please comment down below if you've done that and let me know how you did it and how it worked out. The E90 is now my project car. I don't want to blow the motor up, but I also want to be able to take it to the track, get you guys some content, and this is my daily. I'll be fine if something major happens to it, but you know, I want to make sure it's somewhat safe before I try it. So anyway, back to the video, but please comment below if you think I should disable misfire detection and not worry about any issues. I'm still putting the video up because it's relevant for anybody that wants to know how to change out their intake manifold gaskets on an N54, whether you have a 335 or 535, etc. But yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that car. I gotta really figure this out because I can't take it to the track and get any good runs in if it's gonna keep doing this. But anyway, if this is the first video you're catching of mine, consider subscribing. I do upload regularly. Thanks for watching. Wow.